Hello, we are live. It's Wedding Boss Coaching. It's our session for the Thursday, 1st December. I'm here with Anna Cordelia. Good to see you, Anna. How are you doing?
Hello. It's our big announcement night, isn't it? I'm
It
excited.
is, yes. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of thinking and planning recently. And I guess like a lot of people, we're trying to anticipate what's going to happen in 2023 and make sure that our businesses and people that we work with are in the best shape possible going forwards. Now, earlier in the month, we went to WedCon and we spoke to a lot of different people there and got some thoughts and ideas. And we obviously, actually, I'm pretty busy myself at the moment. There's a lot of stuff like, a lot of people like myself and others are thinking like, what's the plans for next year? It's that kind of time of the year. If you're in the wedding business as we are, that things have calmed down a little bit from peak season, and it's a chance to take stock and plan things forward. So we're going to be sharing some thoughts and ideas tonight about what we're going to do next year. So we've got some people watching us, so good to see you. If you are there, please say hello and let us know who you are, so we can give you a shout out and get in touch, which would be great. But yeah, so that's pretty much how I sort of think about it. It's just like planning for next year and where we are and some of the thoughts. And we've been sort of working hard on some ideas in the background, and yeah, a few things sort of coming together on that.
Yeah, I think WedCon was really good for us to
Mm,
get to speak to such a varied amount of wedding bosses and then
yeah.
really understand where people's heads were at.
Hmm.
And I think the general consensus was we want to continue to do well, but we're going to be very cautious in 2023.
Hmm.
Be really careful. People are
Yeah.
going to, just you're not going to have a huge marketing budget when you're going to pay for your heating, are you? That was the thing,
Hmm.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, which then led us to think, so how can we help people
Hmm.
with that mindset?
Yeah.
Because we want to help people. We don't go, well, unless you've got a huge marketing budget, oh, we can't help you.
Yeah,
So,
and I think also there was a sense of 2022 being actually quite a good year for the wedding industry, but there are a number of different reasons for that, and
mm,
principally, obviously, being what happened with COVID and people moving things. So, and I think actually a lot of people came into the market. I mean, there are a number of new photographers, but there were a lot of work around as well this year as well. And I think some people may have been a bit flattered by that. I mean, clearly, on an individual level. You can make your business what you need it to be, and you can scale it up, you can do less well. There's all those individual things, but across the board, my belief is that there were more weddings than there had been certainly in previous years, and that actually meant there was a kind of supply and demand thing. So I think people felt they'd done quite well, but actually looking into next year and the year after, there's certainly some groups and some sense of people are taking longer to save for weddings, and some people are delaying them completely. And I think some people may take a view on what's going to be in their essential services that they want for the wedding, and things are just a little bit interesting about how it's going to play out in next year and the year after.
I think it's fair to say the stats are pretty skewed, aren't they? You can't go
Hmm.
through the last couple of years to look at scale. You can't anticipate anything like the COVID effect. It's
Yeah.
going to really, you know, um, supply demand really weird.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think it's given people maybe a false sense of security, and
Hmm.
then yeah, but like I say, you can make it what you are. I think it's made people realise how much they want to work, or how little they want to work, what they
Hmm.
want to invest, what they don't, what matters to them. So yeah, it was just I think it's been a really reflective time for us, hasn't it? To just
Hmm.
really realise what's going on with the industry. And it's completely at a different point now.
Hmm.
Where we are at is never been seen before. It's
Yeah.
due to COVID, it's due to the economy, it's due to what's going on with the
Hmm.
government. And I think it's probably due to people's views about getting married as well, because
Hmm.
that changed massively during COVID, didn't it? So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, so we're thinking about what we do. So I mean, obviously we launched Wedding Boss earlier in the year, and we've focused on doing regular coaching sessions, and we've provided a bundle of courses. A number of people signed up for that, and we've been doing obviously regular coaching sessions like this and also some public stuff since then. But we're thinking about changing our focus for next year and basically continue to focus on up and coming wedding bosses, wedding suppliers, so whether you're a photographer, makeup artist, hairstylist, florist, cake maker, whatever else, to help that. But I think we're focusing on trying to offer some courses and training and support that's very much kind of bite-sized chunks that doesn't require people to commit to anything, so people don't need to sign up for a monthly membership. So we're going to be changing the model of what we're offering, and we're going to try and offer these courses and some of the things like resources we offer on a kind of one-time basis. So that's effectively the kind of headline change that we're making. So Anna and I are still available to have one-to-one coaching sessions. If we offer consultancy paid hours for people anyway, and we do a lot of those in the background, and we're going to offer resources and training modules and things that people can buy from Wedding Boss. We'll continue to do that, but we're not going to be doing the coaching sessions like this going forwards because we're changing the models. We're not going to continue to have a monthly membership. We're going to basically sell individual modules, and people can buy into that or get our help in the background. Is that a good summary, Anna, of things?
Yeah, I think it's almost like very nice, manageable, very affordable. I think what we love about online coaching is that we create a product and then it's there for life. It sits there, and we're going to amass this. We've amassed some products over the last year. We'll make some more next year, and then people can pick and choose. And whenever we launch a new product, we'll put it out there. It won't be expensive.
Yeah.
And then if you want to buy it, you can. If you that's what I'm thinking right now. It could be, it could be a financial tracker. It could be a template. It could be a checklist.
Yep.
It could be a mini course. I think we're going to stress the word mini. It's not going to be
course.
any signature programs or anything like that. It's going to be very consumable, affordable education.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, my area of interest and speciality is SEO, and that can be a smaller topic. It can be a larger topic with lots of different layers to it, and it's clearly not a strategy for everyone because the business might not be right. It may be more suitable for you to market on Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, Facebook ads, whatever else. But some people, it may be exactly the right sort of landing point. So rather than giving all the courses to everybody and asking everybody to pay an ongoing fee, we're going to break it down, and people still get the resource for life. So if they buy a checklist or a finance plan or whatever else, they'll just buy it and own it, and that's how it be. So we're shifting it. We think it's going to be still helpful for people and people who are up and coming, just getting into the Wedding Boss industry. We still want to sort of share our knowledge there, but we're gonna change it. So that's what we'll be looking like as we go into New Year. So this is our last session we'll be doing like this. If you are a Wedding Boss member, your membership access to all the courses will continue. You'll have that for life, regardless of whether you joined us last month or 3 months or 6 months ago. We won't continue the subscriptions, but we won't be doing these type of coaching sessions. But actually, what Anna and I are going to do, we're just going to go into the public group more often and have Q&As and just do something just there. So rather than having it kind of closed in a private group, we're just going to have sessions and Q&As and whatever else. And we think that it's another way, hopefully, is a good way to help people in general. So we'll be doing that going into the new year.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to describe it, really. It's very simple, and I think it's gonna work well with 2023.
Yeah, I think that's sense, and I think we got a sort of sense of that WedCon. I think that's probably the thing that sort of firmed up these plans. Is just thinking about how that was, and some of the feedback, some of the people we spoke to, and that's it. So we're still doing our regular coaching tonight. So if you are a Wedding Boss member and you're watching, obviously feel free to ask us any questions, and we can give you updates and take through any of the things that we are working on and thoughts for 2023. So that's still available here. So I know there's some people watching live, which you can see. So if you are watching and want to say who you are, that would be great. If you have any questions for us, please ask us about that. But it's the same as ever, that we can provide help on all the things that are in our courses. So SEO, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. I hadn't done a TikTok in a while actually, and one of my
haven't they? People thought he's gone.
people thought I'd gone, but I've said no, it's all right. I haven't passed away. I'm here. I'm all right. But I did have people asking for you, which was nice actually. I mean, as I say, I'd met some very nice people on TikTok, and people noticed I hadn't posted in a while, and sent me a message, and well, I didn't say, commented on my videos and said, "I hope you're okay. Let us know." So I did. I did a TikTok today to let people know. But that's good. But TikTok's still a big part of my personal marketing plans for next year. And whilst I have actually been pretty quiet the last couple of months, and I have to confess, I still think it's a great platform. And one thing I have noticed is, and it may be just the algorithm sort of pointing things to me, but I have noticed more photographers, wedding photographers, getting into it, and people are starting to provide some ideas there. And there's different things. There's one of the ones I've seen with people mounting a 360 camera on top of their literally on top of the camera, so you can get a view of the couple and the photographer at the same time as they're pressing the button and taking the shots. And I think that's just fantastic. So yeah, a lot of creativity there, and interesting things coming through. So TikTok still is, if you're not on it, if you are listening, you need to get onto it, because it's still a hot platform, and Instagram's still trying to catch up on it. Yeah,
it really is. It's strange as well that I've noticed what tends to go viral. Like, I gave up on Instagram properly. I'm not gave up, I still do it. Like, I don't have a passion for it. And I made a birthday cake for my son's birthday. Obviously nothing to do with what I do in business. It's a birthday cake. And that went pretty viral.
Yeah.
That was like, what?
Yeah, some funny things that go, isn't it? Yeah.
So, but whereas I think with TikTok, it's still, you can make it work for you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did more of it earlier on in the year, and certainly I picked up work from it. So obviously we promoted Wedding Boss, but I was also doing my own channel, talking about various different things, and I'd sold some courses through there. I'd got some SEO jobs, and that was interesting. I didn't do much on my photography actually side of things. I'm not mainly focused on promoting the photography business anyway. I'm more of an SEO these days than that. But yeah, it's a great channel. Still think there's a lot of potential for it. So we're going to be back in the new year, hitting it. Yeah.
I launched another business this week.
Oh yeah, okay. Do I know about this? Did you tell me about this or not? Is this new?
No.
Oh, this is a new thing. Okay, go on then. Can you share?
Well, yeah. You know how we do have several businesses, don't we? We don't just we want a few. I think this is so easy to do. So my plans for next year are obviously to do Wedding Boss, as we've suggested.
Yeah.
The makeup artistry side of things, I'm going to still do a few weddings a year, but I'm going to be more behind the scenes, running it as, a booking service, really.
Yeah.
And I've been working with women and their confidence a lot.
Yeah. Right.
And that has proven very popular on TikTok. So I'm probably going to ask, I'm sorry guys, I'm going to be focusing on the ladies in this group. I'm going to add you to my email list. You can always opt out of it. And it's called Hot Wisdom.
Right.
So, and it's my, Simon, when I've given you my little nuggets of insight.
Yes.
What? Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got to trust me, it's relevant. And you go, okay. So it's all my knowledge about Kit Kats and life and confidence.
Yes. Okay.
And a strong, beautiful, powerful female.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'm not your target market there, obviously, but yeah, I mean, you've got a great following on your own TikTok, on your other TikTok channel, and that's have grown quite quickly. So I know you'd had that audience anyway, and I think it's a great idea for you to launch something specifically for them. So that sounds brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll happily put it in the group one time. I won't spam Wedding Boss with this, but I will introduce it to the group this week. But also I think it's a point to show that is how quickly you can launch a business. That is how quickly you can pivot.
Yeah.
And we're saying at WedCon, you need to have different streams of income. And so you can do it. You don't have to stick to one. You can have several. Anything that you're particularly interested in. You can do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in software, and the Black Friday has just been over the weekend, and I get some things that come through from Black Friday and commissions on software. And I think I got about £300 over the weekend. I didn't have to do anything for it; just came through on actually stuff that people had bought a year ago and were renewing on more deals this year. And one of the nice things about software commissions, you can get more each time they renew. So things like that are great to be building up alongside your your businesses. I think it's good to have some focus, and I think sometimes I take on too many new projects, and it's probably fair to say. But I think also just to have one business only can be a mistake. Now, it's great if things go well, but if you have all eggs in one basket, things like that. So even if you are doing super great as a wedding photographer or makeup artist or whatever else, I think it's always a good idea to have a second string to your bow in another area that goes along. Just because if COVID taught us one thing, it's not to have all the eggs in one basket.
I'll tell you what gave me tingles about passive income this week. So obviously I've been doing digital products now since 2019. Yeah, 2019 is when I created my first funnel. So for anyone that doesn't know, like obviously a digital product's like probably an ebook, that's a course or anything, and a funnel is just the automated email sequence. So you get an opt-in, then you get an option to buy, and then it follows through. So I've had that set up since 2019, and I woke up one morning last week to a notification for a sale on a product that I made back in 2019, put it on the internet, and completely forgot about it.
Yeah,
it just sat there. I've not promoted it. I've not marketed it or anything. It's just sat there. I've gone, there we go.
Yeah, just happens. Yeah.
And that makes me excited when that sort of
I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah.
So,
and if you can layer that up, brilliant. I mean, that is great, because if you can do that alongside a business that is more, time for money. I guess a lot of the stuff we do in the wedding industry is selling time for money. Providing a service that takes time and some raw materials, but often it's just, if it's hair and makeup, I mean, it's mainly your time, and if you're a photographer, it's mainly your time, both during the day and afterwards. And it's very hard to scale those businesses up unless you can make them digital in some way. So if you can have something running alongside, like training, like courses, like software you recommend, like a digital product, it's a great business model. And it's a good thing to have. Yeah.
I love it. And I know a lot of people don't quite get it. I remember talking about it at WebCon, and there was a few people that don't really understand what she's going on about. But if you want to chat to us about it, I think we're both big advocates, aren't we?
Yeah.
Of the passive income through digital products. So.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's part of our thought on Wedding Boss as well. Is obviously, we'll be creating products that people can buy like that will be helpful, will be very specific to their needs, and that'll be part of our business model. So, that's some of the thinking behind it.
I think I just love the fact that you make something once online.
Yeah.
And you just sell it over and over again. I love that idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah. So so that's kind of a background of where we are, what we're planning, where we're going, and a bit of thought about stuff we've been doing recently. If you are watching live and you want to ask us any questions about your wedding business or about any of the other stuff we do on software and affiliate marketing, passive income, anything else, please let us know. We'd be happy to help. I'm doing a lot of work on SEO as always at the moment, pretty busy on a few different big projects, doing some interesting stuff. You'll like this actually, because I recently swapped my website back over to WordPress. Did I tell you this, Anna? Have I told you this?
Yes, you did. And you were just you on your Wix website. Look at the stats.
Oh no, okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm refreshing my my SEO course at the moment anyway for 2023. I try to update it every year anyway, and I wanted to have a sort of demo site you could work on. I do share some work I've done on client sites, so that's not always convenient or appropriate, and I just wanted to do some testing on a WordPress site. So I converted my own site from Pixieset back over to WordPress. And yeah, it's been pretty interesting actually with some of the things I've done. I have to confess, I have seen a boost on the rankings since doing that, and that's on the back of the site's faster. There's a lot of schema embedded in it, and there's other data things that I've done to improve its appeal to Google, but it was quite interesting to change so quickly. So yeah, I won't spend too much time boring Anna with all of that, but yeah. So I, like with everything else, you've got to keep I guess testing things, trialing things, thinking about new ideas, and that's the same for SEO, it's the same for digital marketing and everything else. What worked a year ago, 2 years before, 5 years ago is not what will work next year or the year after. I mean, TikTok was, I think it was made in 2017, but hardly anybody knew about it then, and it's only in the last year or two, I think, really through COVID, it's become very prominent. But before that, it was nothing. Instagram would be the thing, and things have changed, and there will be platforms in a couple of years' time. I mean, if you look at what Elon Musk is doing with Twitter, he's looking at making a Tesla phone. He's looking at making a Twitter payment a payment platform. He's looking at doing all sorts of things, and who knows where things he's taken on Apple head to head. So what may be really there now in a couple of years won't be. So it's always worth kind of keeping on top of things. I'm just not about the technology, Anna, not any of the rest of it. But
technology, I'm just like, Elon Musk can get in the bin. I'm
all right,
you,
okay. Well,
I always have this thing about people, and I'm nearly always right. So I knew it about Jimmy Savile.
Right. Well, that wasn't a big secret, to be fair. We knew that on the playground in the 1980s.
You're the one that met him in a lift and said hello to him.
I did meet him in a lift and said hello to him. I did. That is true.
You didn't end him right there, did you?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't throw him in the bin then. No, that's right. Yeah.
No, I just think there's something not right about Musk. There's something not right. I'm not saying he's not a genius or anything.
No. Yeah.
Whatever, but yeah, I was just thinking then about TikTok, and I think its success is probably due to COVID.
It probably is, actually. Yeah.
Do you think, therefore, what would TikTok be like without COVID? Do you think it would have been such?
Maybe it wouldn't have taken off, because I think the lip syncing, the dancing, the whole format of that suited, lockdown and what was going on. So yeah, both came from China. Who knows? Yeah, there you go.
Wow, dominating the world. I think it's just important to stay on top of things and always be open to the next thing. What will shut you down is when you go, like if you ever met an older person, they go, "Oh, I can't be bothered to learn all this new stuff."
I'm an older person, Anna. I've got 10 years on you, I think.
Are you 50 yet?
49 3/4 and a half. Yeah. January 22nd is my big birthday, so yeah, so nearly there.
Are you still in your 40s now? I'm in my 40s, so we're both in our 40s.
There you go. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't shut yourself down to new technology. That's what I'm saying. Got to be open. Got to be open to new learning and accept that things change. And
so I'll share one thing on technology. So I spent a whole day yesterday with a client. I'm not going to say who they are. They are a wedding photographer, and they run a studio. And I spent a whole day with them looking at their business processes and automation, email marketing, and all the rest of it. And they have a very, very successful business, but it's very, very manual, and they're having problem to scale it up, and they're working 7 days a week, and it's all the evenings. So it's very successful, but it's just getting on top of them. And despite all the things that are going through the success, it was entirely paper-based business. So they would be getting leads and screenshotting the leads and pressing print and marking off things on paper and using highlighter pens to manage leads that would come in. And they do have and it took a long time, yes, and there's still a load more work to do, but the transformation that business is going to have as a result of this, and they only couldn't believe some of the things that were possible in terms of booking shoots and taking payments automatically, and then follow-up emails that would be automated, all the stuff you'll be well familiar with all of this, Anna. Linking different softwares like Calendly and email responders and all the rest of it. And I think it's just going to be absolutely transformational and make an already successful business much more successful. And actually, I think they'll do it in less time. They're going to be, because they were like texting clients the day before on a phone to say you've got a photo shoot tomorrow at 3:00, and doing this like every day. And so they're spending 20 minutes, half an hour, and even on the instructions about the shoot, they deliver it on a text, and they'd copy a text from a notepad, paste it onto the text, send the text, and it's just like, this is insane, but very successful, but obviously to a point. So they're really great. Yeah, a really great day.
Yeah, they're going to say. And so it's really interesting to know that, but some people still do it like that. And
Yes,
probably
I was surprised. I mean, I laughed out loud a couple of times, and they said, "Look, we've been doing it like this way for all the time in the business, and probably we realised about 5 years ago we should have changed it, but we didn't know how to do it, and we tried to work with some people. I mean, I love all this stuff, so I've been able to help them, and it's been a really good thing to work on with them, and really make a big difference. But yeah, that automation, and for the cost versus what they can actually now do to get rid of all of those confirmations, all of that texting. I mean, the people, they're just like, I can't believe we're going to be able to just get rid of all this, because we spend all day, half the day is spent texting people and printing off sheets and marking it up with a highlighter pen. And now that's all going to go.
It's incredible. Actually, just thinking then, and in terms of how far automation software has become. And so my eyebrow technician, that's all she does all day. She's very good at eyebrows. And she has, is it Fresher? It's like a
Fresher. Yeah, I know Fresher. I work with a beauty salon and they have Fresher. Yeah.
And she said it's just completely taken her from there to there. And just the simple fact that by reminding clients they have appointments, they're not going to not have no shows or cut in half. And the fact that they automatically send out birthday discounts or reminders about her services.
Totally,
they're like reminded to book, and look, there's a special offer on. It's all automated.
Yeah.
You know, it stores the client's payment systems for her.
Yeah. All
on
that,
the thing. So as they leave, she just go, "Are you paying on that card?" And they say yes. She presses one button and it's paid.
It's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. And that the whole no-show thing is a big challenge for a lot of service industries. I think beauty salons, and it's an issue. And if they could use this to make their business 10-20% more bookings, it would make a big difference. I work with a beauty salon owner. She is using Fresher. She's not quite let go of everything, so they can't automatically book appointments. She's not quite got all going, but she is taking payments up front and reminding people, and that's a big step forward. So I think if they can go a little bit further, it will make a big difference. But it is quite scary if you're not into technology. It can be scary to make the leap, and it's also hard sometimes to find the advice from people who know about things. I mean, you do funnel building. I know about funnel building and automation and SEO and stuff, and we're more open to that kind of stuff. But for some people, it's a big leap. But
I think I'm like firsthand. I think it comes very naturally to you, Simon. But it's something that I really have had to say, right, I'm going to learn this, and I don't find it easy. I set up so my appointment system now, my booking system is with Setmore. Have you heard of that?
Setmore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm finding it's really good. It's very smooth. I've linked it up to all my other apps. But setting it up took me 2 days.
Yes.
It was, I've had to learn it and understand how it works on the back end. So I can definitely see the apprehension that people have. It's a scary thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it goes back to like email lists. I mean, I've not done a great job of collecting emails in the right way over the years. And that's one of my absolutely massive things for next year, is to make sure that have the list and preserve it, and is a way of nurturing clients. I think that's for any business, is just having that, because what I'm conscious of is a lot of people just rely on one thing that works really well. So it might be Facebook ads, it could be SEO, it could be Pinterest, it could be anything, and then something changes and they can't access leads anymore because they were fully Facebook ads was the way they got leads, and now they can't get them anymore. And that's where, if you have your, everyone says it, but not everyone does it. And I'm guilty of this as well, of not having that email list. But if you are like the beauty salon owner, things are going to change. It's going to be harder next year because people are cutting back on discretionary spend. So they may not need to go every 4 weeks. They might go every 8 weeks on certain treatments, or however eyebrow technicians work. I don't know. But you having access to those clients and be able to nurture them and reach out to them for the birthday, for Christmas, whatever you haven't been in folks. I go to the hairdresser as a barber, but I've switched mine recently. This is the extent of my beauty routine. You won't be surprised to know, Anna, but I used to go to a hairdresser and they were very good. And then there's a new one opened up, and they have online booking, scheduling. So I love that, because I don't like speaking to people. I don't want to phone them up. So if I can just put it on the phone and choose who I'm going to see, when I'm going to see, book it in, job done. So I've completely switched my business, as small as it is, going once a month for a haircut from one place to another. So that's just an example of that scheduling capability, and the app probably costs them £50 a month for the salon, has made me change my business from one to another, just on that only. And we've got a Facebook user here saying that they love Acuity, which Acuity is absolutely fantastic. I mean, Calendly is I would say the market leader. Acuity is certainly well up there. Acuity is owned by Squarespace now, and it's a great system. So I think any of that kind of online scheduling is good. Here's a tip: if you don't want to pay a monthly fee and you're happy with a basic scheduler, like not a beauty salon, but just somebody to book an appointment, you can use something called tidycal.com, which is by AppSumo. It's a $29 one-off payment, and you can hook it up to Microsoft 365 and Google Workspace. You do normally need a business Google or a business Microsoft account, but you can hook it in, and Microsoft Workspace is what, $4 or $5 a month or something, and then you can have people book in with you. And again, I think it looks really professional. Some people like to book that way. And whether you're a beauty salon or a photographer or whatever, it's nice to be able to offer that as a way for people to get in touch with you. So I love all that kind of stuff. But yeah, Acuity is a great one. You mentioned there Setmore, and there's a whole long list of them. 10 to 8 is another one. Yeah, there's a lot of it. Calendly is probably the market leader. It has a lot of integrations as well. But I think anything is a big step forwards.
Yeah, I was chuffed with myself because I couldn't find an integrate. What are they called? Integration. I couldn't find
integration. Yeah.
For Setmore, and then I went, oh, Zapier. There we go. I'll just go through Zapier.
Yeah, so Zapier. Yeah, and that normally fixes those kind of problems.
Zapier is like the missing link between bits of software. If they don't integrate with each other, you just put Zapier and it links out to them.
Yeah, it pings. Yeah, it sends data through an API one to the other. Yeah, so yeah,
and it's free as well. So that's a good.
It is free. Yeah, I think 1,000 zaps a month or something, don't you? But 5 zaps, 1,000 zaps. Yeah, 5 different zaps up to 1,000 actions. Yeah, but yeah, very good.
How do you know this? Like, I think you get 1,000. Yeah.
Well, this is what I do, Anna. This is what I do. This is what I do for fun. At the weekend, I do leisure SEO, where just to relax, I'll say, right, I'm going to spend a few hours just doing some SEO, just to chill out of it. So this is what I do. I love it. I know. Anyway, you've got an eyebrow technician. I do SEO. Who knows? Everyone's different. So that's great. So yeah, thanks for letting us know about your Acuity there. So if you have any other questions or comments about any of the stuff that we're talking about, please let us know. If you're just tuning in, we've just explained some changes to our Wedding Boss proposition for next year, but we wanted to reassure people that if you are a member and you'd signed up previously, you'd still get lifetime access to the courses that were part of that, which includes the SEO course, Instagram course, various other courses. So you'll still have access to that for lifetime. If people want any clarification on that, just reach out to me or Anna, and we'll tell you all about it, really. But yeah, we'll be making some more announcements going into the new year and talking about some of the new products that we're going to be launching and how we're offering it. So you can watch out for that. Ask us any questions if you see it. So no more questions coming through, Anna.
My Wi-Fi's been very dodgy tonight.
I can see you freezing at times. I don't know whether it's just the boredom of listening to me talking about marketing automation or SEO or whatever, but I think you are freezing over a little bit at times. That's okay. I mean, we're not having that many questions through anyway, so that's okay. So I guess we'll do sort of last call for anything that people do want to ask about as part of the coaching session. So if you do have any questions about any of the stuff that you're working on, planning for next year on your wedding business, whether it is SEO or email marketing or wedding fairs or print magazines or blogs or Instagram or TikTok or anything else, please do share anything you'd like us to talk about. We'll do our absolute best to help you. But if we don't have anything else coming through, I don't know if there's anything else for us to say, really. We mentioned WedCon, Annan. We'd mentioned our plans for next year and talk about some of the stuff we're working on. So I don't know if there's any updates to provide, unless you have anything you think you want to share. But you might be freezing, or I might be freezing. I don't know. It could be one of the two of us. If you stay frozen like that, I'll probably have to wrap up the session and say goodbye to everyone on your behalf. I'll wait a second just to see if you come back in, but if not, that might have to be that might have to be that.
Mm.
Oh, you're back. Yeah, I was just saying that. I think we're not getting more questions through, so I think we'll probably sort of wrap things up there. There's nothing else coming in, unless there's anything you want to say apart from all the things we've covered already.
Yeah, just to say that everyone has got access to the content. Keep going, keep looking at it. It's yours for life. And any questions, just let us know.
Okay, somebody has asked a question there.
Got a question there.
Have you used any of the Pixie Set templates booking links? I think I've got full access with them. Pixie Set templates booking links. So I have not used those. So I think what you're talking about there is Pixie Set launched recently some more client management services. They're building up their CRM system. You can manage a studio with it. They've got like contracts. They send out an email to them, and they're building it out. And one of the things that they launched very recently was the ability to charge for shoots effectively. So yeah, you could send a booking link out to somebody and they could book their own shoot in, and it would schedule it into your calendar. I've not used them, I have to say. I use other software for booking paid sessions, but it's a good direction. I can't sort of add anything more than specifically a Pixie Set, but it's certainly a good idea to do that. So you can use other tools like Calendly, and I use something called Book Like a Boss, and there's various other sort of things. I think Acuity will probably do it as well. But it's interesting to have a scheduler kind of thing built into that software to take payments for sessions. So I think that'd be really useful for if you're running not necessarily weddings, which people don't tend to take credit cards on, but certainly if you're doing like park shoots, mini shoots, Christmas shoots, portrait shoots, headshots, I think that would work quite nicely. So yeah. So sorry, I haven't used that, but yeah. Here we go. Still manually book it in, text a message. Oh, well, there you go. You see. So I think there's definitely a step forward you can make with that. Maybe it is Pixie Set. But look up TidyCal, because I think TidyCal takes payments, although it may only be PayPal payments, but that might be something you want to do. And if you want something more advanced, I can't speak for Setmore. I don't know if Setmore takes payments for sessions, but certainly Acuity and Calendly do. And I think that's the way things are going. I think people like to be able to pay and have that control, choose the time they want to book it in at, pay, and it also helps you as a business. You're not worrying about tracking bank transfers coming in, cash, people trying to pay you later, people not knowing what it was when they turn up to the session, all that kind of stuff. Yes, you pay a card payment fee. Normally, is it on PayPal? Is it? Because it's 1.4. No, it's 3%, isn't it? I think on PayPal.
But you can just raise your prices. But like I say, people, for the convenience of it, it's worth it.
For all the hassle, yeah. I think a lot of, and this happened through sort of COVID, didn't it? Because I think beforehand people would be taking the cash and they would be lugging it to the bank and saying, well, I don't want to pay the 2% because that's off my profit. But I think actually when you look at your time and effort, security, everything else, and some of the things we're talking about here in terms of people late paying, not showing up, all the rest of it. I think when you actually factor all that in, having a payment next to people booking is a really big step forwards. And as I say, I was working with somebody yesterday who was literally doing the manually booking it, texting the person manually. You can get the top level pro plan on Calendly for $15 a month, which is what, £13.50, and then you're spending your time. You've got to value your time and look at the automation. Also, it's a better professional service. So if you get somebody to turn up to their shoot that they would have not done before because they'd have forgotten about it or bailed out on you, you've probably paid for an entire year's subscription on the basis of one success. You've got to look at your business like that if you're going to scale it up. So yeah, don't manually book things in and send stuff by text physically. It's just not, you're not building a business there. You're holding yourself back really for quite a small amount of money. Yeah.
And you'll wake up at night with night sweats going, oh my God, did I text that person? Oh, did I get payment? Oh,
Yeah. It also reminds you if you don't, if you've forgotten about a session, and if you get a text, you can also set these things up to text yourself a reminder an hour before or 2 hours before. That can get you off a hook. So, over the year, but yeah, I'd heartily recommend that kind of stuff. It's not as big a leap as you would look at. So look at any of those bits of software we'll talk about, Acuity, Calendly,
You
Setmore,
don't have to
Tidy
go
Cal.
from one to the other as well. You
No.
don't have to like bin your pocket diary. You
No.
can do it gradually. You know, you can.
Yeah,
I
obviously, I would do that, and I kind of come in and just change things around, and that's what happened yesterday. We thought, well, we spent the morning thinking, how do we weld the two systems that they had together, and then by the afternoon we said, right, tell you what, let's just transform it. But yeah, you always need to be a little bit careful, but that one worked out quite well. So.
Yeah, you have a habit of like what you want. That's it. Scrapping it. Moving
That's
on.
it. Yeah, I'm very used to change. Yeah, so I do. I turn on a sixpence, but yeah, normally it works out pretty well. That's true. Cool. Okay. Well, hopefully that was helpful. But yeah, Pixieset does do booking links. Other software available as well, obviously. But yeah, good luck with that, and try and wean yourself off the texting if you can manually, because there's only so much texting you can do, and you will forget about it, and there will be, something will happen. So yeah. Cool. Okay. So yeah, but still time. If people do have any final questions, I was going to wrap up then, but that question came through. But if you do have more questions, we can still happy to get into anything that you want. Obviously, this is our coaching session, but the final one we're doing in this format, we are going to come on and use the public group, and we're streaming this as the public group anyway, but we're going to be using that in a different way going forward. So we'll talk more generally about things, as well as talking about our different products, propositions, and all the rest of it. So please feel free to ask a question before I do wrap it up, as I was just about to wrap it before. But yeah, but I think that's probably it, and I'm not seeing anybody else coming through, and I think we were kind of reasonably to the end there. So apart from the question about Pixieset, I think that's probably it, really. So, oh no, so somebody just said it. Going to work on changing the business as I'm relocating, so need to drum up new business in a new area. Yes, so this is important, and this can be a big challenge on a number of different levels. So, things like your Google business listing, you got to be really, really cautious about changing the address on that, because you may get it suspended, or you'll certainly need to re-verify the listing. So that might change. Your SEO would change if you're moving to a different area. You obviously need to think about your client base. Will any of them come over? And yeah, there's quite a few things to think about changing your business, because you want to keep things running smoothly all the way through. And got to be careful about that. So if we have, I don't know who Facebook user is there actually, but if you have any questions about that kind of thing from an SEO perspective, I'm always happy to have an initial free chat with people, give you a few pointers if that's helpful. So if you want to do that, if you go to simonhogben.com/call, you can book an initial chat in. If we haven't spoken before, if you're already a client or already noticed, I can't keep doing them, but also have to have a free initial call if that's something you need any help with. But I don't know who you are, so I can't say that. But that's just an offer there if you do need some help. But so yeah, good luck with the move, and yeah, keeping things rolling through there. It can be a bit of a vulnerable time, so it's good to keep the oh, it's Holly. Okay. Hello, Holly. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, so yeah, good. Well, good luck with that. I know you were, when we spoke earlier on the year, I know you were looking at changing your business name. So it sounds like you're relocating as well. And I think you were looking at your proposition. So yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, I think because you're on StreamYard, you need to press the button at the top and authorize yourself. Then we get to see it. But thank you for letting us know who you are. So it's good to see you, Holly. I hope you're well. So probably do the final call on questions again then. If well, we do have people still live watching, but if you have any other questions, we can happy to help. If you want to let us know,
or you can just message us. You keep saying that. You message us.
Yeah, but yeah, we're always there. Yeah, you can message us, so we'll try and give you a bit of help there. Cool. Okay. Well, look. I'm going to wrap up now. So, Anna, thank you. Good to see you. We'll be working behind the scenes on things for next year. So if everyone wants to watch this space, I look forward to working with everyone. If we don't see you beforehand, have a happy Christmas and a great new year, and good luck for 2023. See you on the other side.
I like that.
You like that? Okay. See you later on. Take care, everyone. Bye now.